Greetings, folks. Rod Machado here. Does it feel as if there's just no possible way that you could study, much less absorb all the material to become a private pilot or instrument pilot or even a flight instructor? After all, just reading the AIM is enough to force a visit to the optometrist to ask to have your eyeballs recapped. Then, during private pilot training, you hear phrases like wet pseudo-adiabatic lapse rate and wonder why the Eighth Amendment preventing cruel and unusual punishment doesn't apply to aviation ground school. Well, let me help you overcome the emotional inertia that you might feel when beginning any significant learning endeavor, especially one involved with learning to fly. When trying to learn anything of significance, you need two things. You need to know where to start, and you need to know how to start. So, where do you start? You either find a good private pilot book or a private pilot e-learning course, or both. Now, if you'd like to take a look at my handbooks and or my e-courses and take them for a test drive, you can do so by visiting my demo site at aviationdojo.com. Now, how do you start studying? And this is the big one. Well, that's where this simple brain hack known as the 5-minute rule becomes your new best friend. Now, the purpose of this rule is to help you get started when you are simply overwhelmed by the material you need to learn. And this is the exact same rule that I used in helping me write or create 8 aviation books, over 400 articles and commentaries, 14 e-learning courses, and so on. The rule goes like this. Every day, preferably in the morning, you dedicate 5 minutes of your time to sit and study, irrespective of how you feel, how you look, or how you're dressed, although you should be wearing something, of course. Then you sit down, pick up a book, open it to the appropriate chapter, and read. You read one paragraph at a time, no more, no less, and at the end of that paragraph, you ask yourself, what have I learned? You do this for all subsequent paragraphs. At the end of 5 minutes, you've probably read at least 1 or 2 pages of material, and good for you. Believe it or not, you've just attended your own self-created motivational seminar, and all without having Tony Robbins scaring you by waving around his big, gigantic hands. Now, why does this 5-minute rule work? Well, your brain thrives on accomplishment, and it doesn't thrive on getting ready to start something. No matter how small this accomplishment is, your brain interprets this as a big win because you learned something new, which releases a feel-good chemical in your brain known as dopamine. Yes, I see the irony here. Something that's going to make you smarter actually has the word dope in it, but that doesn't pertain to you. As far as your brain is concerned, when you learn something new, you become something new. The next day, you repeat the same 5-minute process of studying. Before long, you'll want to add a bit more time to your study session because you're enjoying that jolt of dopamine circulating in your noggin. Soon, you'll find that it becomes easier and easier to extend your study time, perhaps raising it to 50 minutes of honest dedication at learning new material. Now, keep in mind that the 5-minute rule tricks your brain into believing that you can accomplish anything. The only thing mysterious about the 5-minute rule is that almost no one understands how powerful it is in helping us overcome the inertia of starting any new learning task. So give it a try. The only thing you have to lose is, well, 5 minutes.